you can instantly tell, listening to Keep the Faith, the album, that Bon Jovi really did everything they could to adapt to the early 90s. And adapt they did. There was no more spandex, no more, long hair. Well, I mean, yeah, John at that time still had a little bit of his long hair, a little bit of a flow going on, but it wasn't all puffed up and hairsprayed. It was a completely different sound for Bon Jovi. It was one of those risks, because a lot of bands did everything they could to adapt. Some found success and some didn't. Bon Jovi is the one that found success, whereas others kind of fell down a little bit. Guns N' Roses, they were big again in 1992, but that was it. No more. So, Keep the Faith. This is actually a great road trip album. If you're on vacation with your family, put this album on. I mean it. You're going to have great memories. And look, I'm not a sales guy, okay? I'm not putting on a salesman persona. I'm just telling you all what I think about Keep the Faith. And I actually am shocked that I like Keep the Faith by Bon Jovi. It sounded almost as though they changed genres. Oh yeah, you could still tell it's rock and roll, but it's more 90s rock and roll. Almost the sound of alternative rock and roll. Not like the grunge era, but alternative. I don't think I want to own Keep the Faith for now. This is just me thinking right now. Of course, my mind could change within the next couple of days, and if not the next year. But I think that I'm going to continue renting this album from the library. Probably because I'm trying to save room for my record crate. You can only hold so much records, to the point where I got to get a new shelf and all that. So, I think I'm going to start collecting CDs more. So, Keep the Faith was a risk for Bon Jovi, like I said earlier. It was a new era. Times changed. Taste began to change. But the album didn't just show us how Bon Jovi was able to adapt to the era. It also showed us how they were able to change and how they went with the flow. And as years went by, Bon Jovi kept on making hit after hit after hit. Performing to arenas with die-hard fans. And for the next almost 30 years, they continued to work right up until they released their previous album, 2020. Man, can't believe I got into Bon Jovi just before the whole outbreak hit. I guess you could say I got into them at the right time, because without Bon Jovi, I wouldn't have gotten through some of the tough times of 2020. And to know that they had an album that was going to be released, I had all the right to be excited.